Thank you for watching our channel and our course. We are providing services for proofreading, article formatting and citation management. And there are much more about the services. For more information, you may contact us on the provided contact details. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the bonus lecture of academic writing, which is research article. I hope you enjoyed our previous course and this lecture will be a little bit long. So please grab your coffee or cookies so that you can understand and enjoy the lecture. So let's begin from the definition of a research article. A research article basically reports the results of original research, assesses its contribution to the body of knowledge in the given area, and is published in a peer-reviewed scholarly journal. This is basically a definition of research article. A research article contains different parts. First of all, would have title, author and affiliations, table of content, abstract plus keywords, introduction, experimental portion which include the materials and methods section, and results and discussion section. Mostly journals have the results section separately from the discussion section, but some journals can allow you to discuss both things at the same portion. At the end we have conclusion, then you will add the acknowledgements, and at the end you will add references. First of all, you should know that how to give title. We also learned this thing in the course. However, I will also emphasize here about title. Title should be descriptive and give an enough idea to the readers about your concept of the study. Use nouns, noun phrases, genre, which is usually keywords for the paper. The title should be attractive and keywords should be included in your title. Generally, a title is composed of more than 20 words. Of course, the title must be long enough to describe the content of the paper. You don't use in the title. A general and abstract title should be avoided, and the title such as you are asking some questions to the reader is avoided. Noun and gerunds should not be mixed in given title. For example, the title The Design and Preparing of Silicon Nitride should be replaced by the design and preparation of silicon nitride. You can see that the gerund is changed. So avoid non-standard abbreviations and symbols or any terms or phrases that is not well known. This is the example of a title. You can see that this is the title, and you can see that gerund is not basically used unless it is necessary. The next thing is authors and affiliations. This portion describes the author's responsibility. You should mention that the authors must perform the entire work for the paper, and every person is responsible for their own work. It will also facilitate the retrieval and correspondence. You will add the name of authors and institutional affiliations, and basically used as author indexing. Reader can correspond with the author according to the affiliation. Highlighting celebrity. The publication of the research is regarded as norm for valuing the professional value of the research or the academic institution concerned. This is the example of author's name. You can see that this is title, author's name, and the affiliations. You can see that AB, you can separate different affiliations or indicate the different affiliations with the authors. The next thing is highlights. Highlights mostly contains 4 to 5 sentences and describe the main concepts or main points of the study. You can say that you can summarize your whole study in 4 to 5 sentences. Not every journal required the highlights, but few journals are required to add the highlights to your article. This is an example of the highlights. The next thing is keywords. Basically, the function of the keywords is easiness of retrieval. Mean if anyone want to search the article, then your article will appear in the search because those keywords are showing relevance to your article. So you should choose very carefully so that the relevant person can access your work very easily. The other thing is linguistic features. Keywords are usually used in the form of nouns, not verbs. 4 to 6 keywords are averagely used in the articles, and it depends upon the requirement of the journal. You should read the author's guideline for the particular journal. Usually come from the title and or the abstract. So you should keep this thing in mind. Generate the keywords from the titles or from the abstract. The other thing is writing requirement. The placing in right location. For example, in most cases, keywords are placed below the abstract. Spacing the keywords. Keywords are not necessarily all capitalized except the first letter of the keywords as a heading. Use comma or semicolon depending upon the requirement of the journal to separate two keywords. Large spaces can also be used instead of punctuation. However, it will depend upon the journal requirements. You need to follow the guidelines. Do not use full stop after the last word. And if you are using any abbreviation, please use standard abbreviations. The next thing is abstract. Miniaturizing the text. An abstract is viewed as mini version of your article, which summarize the whole concept of your article. And your abstract will decide about your article acceptance. If your abstract is good enough, it will have more chances to be accepted. If your abstract is not good, it may have more chances to be rejected. The next thing is expanding the circulation. Abstract is very important because whenever a person searching an article and the subscription is not bought from that particular person, so your article abstract will be showing there, and the first thing they will read about your article is your abstract. So it should be very well written and very attractive. Other thing is linguistic features of abstract. Limited length. Mostly journals provide you a given amount of words. In that words you need to complete your abstract. For example, Croatian Science provides you 100 words, and some journals provides you the word length between 200 to 500, and approximately 3 to 5% of the length of the paper basically the abstract could be. A comparatively complete abstract usually contains the following parts: topic sentence, supporting sentence, and the concluding sentence. First of all, topic sentence. Basically, first sentence in an abstract is usually called the topic sentence, and the topic sentence always goes straightforwardly to the subject or the problem and indicates the primary objective of the paper. Basically, we can say that this is the statement of the problem. The next thing is supporting sentences, which is main body of the abstract. Give more or two supporting sentences to the problem you have described in your first sentence, and also describe research methods or experimental procedures you have used in your article and what type of information you can get from the results. A statement of approach to solving the problem can be the title of this supporting sentence. The ending part of the abstract, basically the concluding sentence, and usually analyze the results, explain the applications, and point out the significance of the research. Sometimes you can add the graphical abstract like this. You can describing your whole idea through the graphical abstract or pictorial diagram. This is an example of the abstract. You can see that this is first line from here to here. It is the topic sentence, and these lines shows the experimental bodies and results, and at the end these lines show the concluding sentence, mean what they have obtained from the results. The next is introduction. In this, you need to give some background of the study and the recent development in the particular study. What is your problem statement and what was the other people's approach to address that particular problem? What is your proposed method and what is the significance of your proposed method? And you may also mention the what were the problems of previous methods, and at the end concluding statement. The next thing is materials and methods. Materials employed, you must describe from where you acquired the materials for your experimentation, and you should provide enough information so that if anyone wants to repeat the same research, it can be replicated. And do not put results in this section. One more thing I want to describe here. The materials and method section must be written in the past sentence. This thing you should keep in mind. Next thing is result and discussion. The result section will present the data you have acquired from the experimentation. Do not try to manipulate the data to make it look like you did more than you actually did. Provide the original data in an appropriate way. If you present your data in table or graph, include title that is giving enough information about your information provided in the table. The next thing is discussion. Highlight the most significant results and with one sentence summary of your conclusion, emphasizing why it is relevant. One important thing here is you should write this part in the present tense. At the end, conclusion, it will describe or emphasize the importance of your finding and what type of other developments are possible in future if someone also want to work in the particular area. Then you will need to add acknowledgement. Acknowledgement may contain you thank those who help you in the experimentation or help you in interpretation of data, proofreading, or funding. References comes at the end. You can use some reference management software such as EndNote, Mendeley, or other software you may feel easy to use. And you should follow the general guidelines for the specific style of the reference. I hope you understand the search article, what are the main parts, what things they should contain, and how can we write those parts. This is the end of our course. Please recommend this course to your friends also and give your valuable feedback.